Hi, I'm Adam Roxby and this is the Sunday Matinée for July 2014. The Sunday Matinée is a monthly cultural event where I have the privilege of hosting some of the best local talent around. And after a short hiatus where we moved from our old location in Slack Space to the brand new Slack Space in Colchester's old police station on Queen Street, we're back with a brand new style and a whole new showcase. This is an abridged version showing just some of the highlights of the day, but if you want to get the full 1 hour 20 minute experience, then head on over to adamroxby.co.uk/Sunday Matinée. Anyway, without further ado, here are the highlights from the afternoon.
And I'm going to read you a poem that is entitled That's Entertainment. Okay. Turn on, tune in, watch Mr. Jeremy Kyle propagate his own particular brand of bile. An audience primed and ready to clap, hiss and boo. Peek through the bars, Homo sapien zoo. 15 minutes of debatable fame. A cog in the mindless TV show game. Unfortunate losers in the human race. The other side of the human face. Endless miscreants come through the door. Yeah, I may be a slut, but she's a whore. Unhappy but incapable of changing their fate. Faces contorted with bitterness and hate. Creatures inhabiting a self-made cage. Life's merely a game and this their stage. Unable or unwilling to accept cold hard truth. Let's blame everything on a troubled youth. In fact, let's not carry the can or take the fall. If it's good for celebs, then it's good for us all. So bring on the gladiators, let's all spy. Ultimately, you decide whether to laugh or cry. They screech and they scream, they swear and they shout. Then they try to knock each other out. Someone's been sleeping with their aunt's sister's son. Alas, the confusion has begun. Incest, you see, that makes him her brother, and she's about to become her cousin's mother. Feckless possible fathers, once long gone. Now's the time for them to swagger on. And here it comes, the DNA. Could this be your lucky day? Sex, drugs and alcohol do their damage and take their toll. Fractured families, broken lives, bastard babies, cheating wives, errant husbands, uncontrollable kids, thieving teens and suicide bids. It's surely a myth that ignorance is bliss and problems can be solved with words and a kiss. So bring it on, that all-important lie detector test. For this is light entertainment at its very best. Thank you.
Well, if a certain man called Simon walked up to you, said, hey, you want to get famous, we'll party all day, every day, and end up millionaires. Who would say no? Well, that's kind of the problem. He can ask anyone that he wants, regardless if they have any talent or not. And in a dark, back, muggy boardroom, Simon says, if you can't sing or use auto-tune, doesn't matter, long as all the girls get a crush on you, doesn't matter what your voice sounds like, long as all the guys think you look right and will take you and will exploit you, and that's just what we do. We're a major record label, let's make some money out of you. In case you haven't guessed, the Simon I'm talking about is Simon Caranchanoz. Everybody in the audience called Simon. That could have been a very awkward first couple of minutes. I do apologise there. So forget the topless boy band photo shoots, cause you're not really stars. It's your image, not your music, that makes you who and what you are. As long as you keep making records, singing song after song. We don't care if you're only famous, because you don't mind not having any clothes on. come on. And back in his dark back muggy boardroom, Simon says, if you can't sing or use auto-tune, it doesn't matter, as long as all the girls get a crush on you. It doesn't matter what your voice sounds like, as long as all the guys think you look alright, we'll take you and we'll exploit you. And that's just what we do. We're a major record label, let's make some money out of you. As long as you keep watching X Factor, we'll keep making money out of you. Thank you very much.
That's me done, thank you. But interesting to see stuff that's a bit different. You know, guy freaking out in the bassoon, would be interesting to see, especially if you can't play the bassoon. This is a fairly new poem I wrote 2 days ago, so excuse the little sheet here. So it's called The Artist, and it's just about a composite of all the creative types and artists kind of mixed into one. So yeah, here we go. It's called The Artist. Big dreams of a lighted stage, a songbird in a rusted cage. The blessed artist is turning the page for the ink to spell out all of his rage. The artist, a poet, a beggar, a whore, perverted virgin who cuts it raw, clenching a cigarette, sits on the floor, dying to die, a part of folklore. Simple pleasures are far too complex. The artist enjoys to live to perplex, carries his head to turn all the necks. He finds sheer beauty in what others reject. Offering truth is a job for the brave. The artist aways the cold calm of his grave. Once a petulant child who refused to behave, now just another one, passive as slave. The artist paints a sordid picture, berates and hates the rotten structure. His fragile mind, a compound fracture, is longing for a long due rapture. The artist says he's biding time, swiftly slipping from his prime. But who will spare him a dime when day will come when he can't rhyme?
My name is Luke, this is the lovely Esme, and we are domestic, and we're here to do a couple of poems, really, so let's get going. This first one is called Embrace the Reputation.
Okay, hang on. Just look at him crawl through the door now, drenched and draped in the usual suspects, a stringy fabrication of a mod icon and dyed-out jeans, with copper shreds of evidence of musical fandom, with his hired goons and an unsuspecting victim. What on earth was any of us thinking, associating with the devil with such a bad reputation?
Isn't it such a strange phenomenon, ladies and gentlemen? When the wind blows near the gaggle of salty girls, and their cries are being carried in the wind. Sounds a lot like comic book fantasies and soap opera scripts. I couldn't even get to that persona and act out any of this crap. Summer milkshake serenades in the park, or winter breakfast tea sessions on my settee. A strange thing to turn into a sex addict's soliloquy. Just got to grin and bear it and embrace their reputation. Just embrace their reputation, just embrace it. Just be the reputation, just got to crash straight into the dive. Skinfully clad in the lazy supernova persona. Wipe the dirty glares off my cheek and dance to the soundtrack of their little comments. Yeah, I'm a Casanova and I love it, and I'm an arsehole and I cherish it. Whatever helps you swallow that bitter little dose. Wash down with a stolen 2-for-1 Savers brand cider. Just got to embrace their reputation, just embrace it. Just live the reputation. You just got to turn this parole into a riot. I'll shoot your clan a look and you'll love it. I'll tell you to fuck off and you'll like it. Articles and articles of bullets for you to play with. Join your Facebook war cooler moments. You'll amass tomes upon tomes of poetry, filling in the blanks of my non-existent crimes. I mean, if it gives you joy, I'll be happy to indulge you and embrace their reputation. Thank you. Pretty good so far. Yes. Should we do Stephen? Alright. This is still a WIP, as it were. So we're going to try it out. This next one is called Thieving.
I still remember the first job we ever did together. It was smack dab in the middle of May.
We were gorging on the successes of telling our employers cleverly fabricated tales. One which told of our valiant bout of our immune systems, succumbing to the intent of the flu invaders.
We stopped by the local pub to relive the true illness, one that had taken captive of our warmth and affection, a 9-to-5 shift at the local call centre, just to get by.
The look of boredom on your face just cut right through me. My promises of a 3-star Chinese takeaway as a cuisine to the debut of the new series of Big Brother just no longer lit any passion inside of me. As if possessed by your intent, I got off from my stool in the bar and I grabbed a box of crisps from behind the bar and then gave you a wink from behind the bar.
The clang of the bells run through my spine. It brings my hairs to a rigid salute. It gives me shivers, charging every joint in my body, and a grin to my face, the first one I've felt in ages, as we dash to the nearest alleyway for refuge, illuminated by the red and blue.
It was never about the heist, it was never about the loot. It was just that thrill of getting away with you. Slamming the front door behind us so hard that the frame shook, and slumping down on the other side like the sweat on our brows. Pumping more oxygen through our bodies in a single day than we ever have in a year of back-to-back TV nights in. Eating the Monster Munch we stole from the Goat and Boot that night somehow made the X Factor finals just a little more tolerable that night.
And now here we are years later, sitting on IKEA summer deals, keeping our obedient eyes on ITV around 5:30. We might as well be dead as flies take hostage in our mouths. Oh hubby, can't it be as it was before? The thrill of dodging a 3-month prison sentence while toting a basket of paninis we won't even eat.
I hear your pleas loud and clear as we fade away into the leather of our seats. So next time we go on our monthly trial, a silent 20-minute torture down to the big Tesco's, I'll grab that box containing the latest Furby toy from the shelf, and I'll throw a wink your way to confirm your suspicions. You'll start to vibrate up and down with excitement as we both start heading towards the door. I wouldn't take a penny without you there.
I wouldn't scrump a crumb if you're not around.
It's the only thing we have in common.
It's the only way to stop feeling so sullen.
Thank you. Right, better add that to the set list then.
First poem on an envelope. It's just a good style. I don't have any paper with me, but I've memorised this poem, but it's just always handy to have in front of you just in case you lose your place. So. Anyway, I am Vbran, Caranchanoz, Ceerinsoz. The name was invented. I phonetically sounded out some 3 words and I put them into an anagram website, and it came out as Vbran, Caranchanoz, Ceerinsoz. I thought I'd process it again, and the other anagram is Hosanna, Brazen Star, Convincer, which is my other alias, a bit more sort of religious and political material. But Vbran, Caranchanoz, Ceerinsoz is more about ideas of language, really, different coded languages, and, alliterative languages. So this is called titillation. Tightly tipping toes, tinctured tadpole teens torment tangled timpani tuning toilet toads that teeter towards tonally tickled tattoos. Thwarting teeny tiny Tim thanks telepathy. Twisted telepathy tricked Tanya the tantalizing teenage touring troupe. Twitching to think the tank of the thanking Timbali. This thistle tipped inwards, inside key insects, imagined ideas, imagined, inside trembly, inorderly teapots. Traipsing in the intercepted trails, talking to trees intermittently. It's inverted to immobile trinkets. Is this invention to inadvertent trisectors inside tingling inwardly tinsel? That's enough of the ukulele today, because I usually play the ukulele more than the mandolins. So. Thank you. This last one is a slightly more romantic piece, in that it's an ode to a substance called methylene dioxyamphetamine, which is of course in the same family as amphetamine and ecstasy, MDMA, but it's slightly different. It's a psychedelic stimulant, and it lasts for about 18 hours. It's like being on ecstasy and LSD at the same time. It's quite pleasant. This is just the way your mind can wander sometimes with alliteration. MDA. Methylene dioxyamphetamine, MDA. Metaphorical microbiorganisms meander meticulously. Missing Mayan mystical mystery. Musty muscles muster mistiness. Mending marriage, bending carriage, lending disparaged fending bears salmon to eat. Poor countries have famine to treat. Disastrous danger dignifies diligence. Dreaded, desolate death dynamics. Desperate, distracting, desirable destitution. Diagnosis terrible. Mitosis confirmable. Hypnosis transferable, referable, documentation rarely applies, treacherous dealer barely supplies. Alpha Aardvark approached an archangel. Arabic archaic atrocities aggravate. Arbitrary aqueduct acquires arguments. Animism animates allotments. Contaminate chocolate. Retaliate and eliminate your enemy. Don't commemorate or reconciliate his family. Menacing memories mesmerize miserably. Debutant debunks deceitful deception. Assiduous abhorrence, abrasive asphyxia. My dangerous aunt meticulously delivers asparagus, more dead acorns, mutated disease, apprehension, methylene dioxyamphetamine. Alright, that's all for me. You can find Vbran, Caranchanoz, Ceerinsoz on most things like YouTube, and Facebook and Twitter. If you just type in Vbran, which is Vbran, and then put C space C. You'll find it. Thanks.
The chickens. I wouldn't dare sing to you. The chickens. Skyline, blackbird flying up and perching poised in a luminous porch of leaves. Blinking beautiful the treetops. When all at once the sky lowers, a grey pigeon clappity flap soars on the dull arc of its heavy mission. A gull describes a serene sector with sabre wings, its tower a clear spiral mounting and melting in air. Voracity of a kestrel on the newt, a heron sent to the carp, herbivorous greed and raw meat hunger, form and function in flight from eons old awkward Archaeopteryx origins. Birdsong, trills, chirrups, airs that give delight and hurt not. If you hope to be happy, harm not a fowl today if you hope to be happy.
The events in this poem are, to the best of my knowledge, true. It's called No Man's Land. In the unofficial safety of a shell hole, anonymity, displacement, disorientation, in a battle with no name now, the conscious cutting of the cords of history, 3 men met, rankless, spattered, believing themselves already dead, as they felt their young hearts pounding, became friends for life. A suave, semi-pro ballroom dancer, code, I think, for something unseemly. A Scots guard, an artist and inventor of my grandfather. He unburdened just once, told my mother so she would know and never ask again. And now, as age slows her, releases memories, frees her from unspoken promises of discretion, she tells me. These volunteers, these survivors, who attempted to empty their memories of all but comradeship, are easy to call heroes when they are almost victims, bit part players. 3 days they hid and wandered, unsure which way was their own wire, who to shout out at for help, whether the blackness was smoke, night, or their bleak prospects. They walked on wet earth, where prints slide into indistinct pits, where tracks are distorted, where the sounds of the air are deadly, the soil unsupportive, a nonsense of memories, and the movements ceaseless, whispering, smothering and shaping, how they longed for their hated trench. Around them are bones and pieces of flesh, the stuff of life made formless. Better to be blown apart than lost, better to believe there is a way back, better to argue for the good of earth and water, to be lean and half blind and return to untamed elements. Better to crawl and scramble, embrace contact with the shifting soil, let your trail fade away behind you. These speculations are as safe as a shell hole, as freezing as arguments, as pointless as poking out your own eye. Meant less than tea, bully beef, the ability to shake and speak, smoke or be sick. He never said this part. You spin it as you see fit. All life after must be part shadow. All friends made after must seem insubstantial. The tissue of events, regiments, homes, magazines must become translucent, intimating what follows. A hedonistic dance at the edge of decency, an unspectacular career and a second war, a principled unbuckling of the old bonds in Spain and Cable Street, an anger for what left them stranded there, these long dead men, these ciphers, this act of unforgetting. When he died, he insisted he be burned, that none attend this hygienic act, no words be spoken, no mark made upon the earth or scattered to the wind, his ashes lost in the common grave. So, sat in my son's school hall, hearing a young man argue the cemeteries be kept pristine for all time, it is all I can do to keep from crying, let the grass grow long. Let the modernist ranks of headstones soften into the fields, return to the earth in which they hid, where fellows' body parts are buried still. Let them be discoveries, obscure, not hidden, not unremembered, but held less harshly. Let us admit that most of them came back, undead, diverse, craving what normal got them through the shelling, flinching at the chance remarks of the uninitiated. Let us remember ungainly, wounded survival. This is what we have to tell.
Hello there. We're the Argonauts. I hope you've had as good an afternoon as we have. We've enjoyed it very much. Thank you. This first song is called Boa Constrictor.
Such a hit.
that time again. Let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. Well, if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. She's not the angel you thought she was. No, no, no. The sunlight's just in your eyes. But if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. Well, if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. She's not the angel you thought she was. No, no, no. The sunlight's just in your eyes. Oh well, 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 oh well. Well, if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. Well, if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. She's not the angel you thought she was. No, no, no. The sunlight's just in your eyes. Well, if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. Well, if you had that time again, let's do it all the same. I say no, I do it. Would not do it again. Thank you. All I can hear is the beat building up now, and your skin starts to itch. The looks feel more abrupt somehow, and you can feel the windows pinch. Soon. I know I will. You're angry with yourself and you feel your body be consumed. Perfection doesn't cut it out and it would be being rude. Somehow I will take them by the hand and lead their body through the room. So let's go now, time is wasting. Yet somehow we are still waiting, melting down like limestone in acid rain. You left here a statue but still with all the pain. 6 meters from the step and you know you've got to pop it soon. I know I will, you're angry with yourself. Body be consumed. feeling heavy-handed, like smashing marble to the ground, feeling heavy-headed, trading rocks with my crown. Feeling heavy-handed, like smashing marble to the ground. Feeling heavy-headed, like trading rocks with my crown.
Thanks very much. That's us done with Argonauts.
So James, the man with the camera, you looking forward to the first Sunday matinee here in its new location?
Oh yes. Yes, definitely. 100%. It's going to be awesome. 100% awesome. It's going to be a great evening's, afternoon's entertainment.
Thanks. Well, as I said, that was the highlights from the Sunday matinee from July 2014. And if you have been interested enough to want to watch the full version, you can do so over at adamroxby.co.uk/Sunday matinee. Also, it may interest you to know that you can download all the audio versions of this matinee and others by going over to adamroxby.co.uk/bandcamp, where you can get hold of all the audio entirely for free. But if you do want to make a small donation, that would help keep the matinee available to everybody for the future. I've been Adam Roxby, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you all again next time.